Thank you so much for enduring and also being part of this and focusing and supporting this. At this point, allow me to call from Iwasa, one of our sponsors, Bomoreki, Chief Innovation Officer. I like that title. Chief Innovation Officer. God, when it comes to innovation in Iwasa, she's the one turning digital waste into youth enterprise opportunities. I'm asking myself, what could be digital waste? It could it be the cell phone when it stops working? Is that digital waste? I don't know. She's going to answer that. Help me welcome Lucille Charles, ladies and gentlemen. Lucille, keep on encouraging her. It's a long walk to here, guys. It's a very long walk to here. Encourage Lucille. Otlhokomele ka dikwai-kwai, Lucille, o ska wa mo di stepsing. Otlhokomele dikwai-kwai, mawena, tlhokomela, aha. Enjoy yourself.
We are exposure. Just want to check if my presentation is up. There we go. Well, let me introduce myself, but I don't think I could do a better job than our MC. But my name is, I think I better stand here. My name is Lucille Charles. I am the Chief Innovation Officer at IWASA. IWASA stands for the EPR Waste Association of South Africa, and we are Producer Responsibility Organization. I also want to shorten this by saying all protocol observed. And what an honor it is for me to stand here in front of you, my peers, as a young woman in this space, the waste space. And really, it's quite a transformative space. And I'm happy to do this address to you as the future change makers in this space. So IWASA is a producer responsibility organization, as I've just mentioned. And what we really do is we provide a service within a regulatory context environment to our producer members. Who are producer members? Producer members are, you can see some of the logos here, Coca-Cola, for instance. These are your brand owners, your manufacturers, your retailers. And this piece of legislation actually says it's similar to a polluter pays principle to say that these producers are responsible for the waste management of their products up until end of life or post-consumer. So that's the context of why we exist as a producer responsibility organization and who it is that we service. This particular piece of legislation came into effect on 21st of May, 2021. And since then, we've been operating in this space as a service provider. So I know my topic is on e-waste, but just to sensitize you to, we don't only focus on e-waste as a producer responsibility organization. We are also registered to manage life products at the end of the life for paper packaging as well, lighting, portable batteries, as well as lubricants and oils. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd just like to contextualize, why are we here? Where does the opportunity exist? How did we find ourselves here? What is South Africa's current waste challenge? Not problem, challenge. And can this challenge be converted into an opportunity? So just to quantify this a little bit, you can see that in South Africa alone, there's about 125 million tons of waste generated yearly. And that was a 2024 statistic. According to the Global E-Waste Monitor, globally, we generate about 62 million tons of e-waste per year. That was in 2022, and it is said that that actually grows on a per annum basis at about 2.6 million tons. So you can do the math. And SA alone generates about 530,000 tons of that global number. So that's the sheer volume in terms of unlocking opportunity. Let's talk about landfills. What's currently happening with our landfills in this current linear model that we're utilizing. We do know that landfills are currently running out of space, and so there is shrinking capacity because of this linear system obviously hitting its physical and financial limits. For instance, in Johannesburg, 2 of the 3 largest landfills have hit capacity in 2025, and we've seen the city scrambling to come up with solutions. There's also the issue of poor compliance around this. I think it's a very fascinating statistic in the sense that, let me just catch up. Very fascinating statistic in the sense that only 60% of our landfills are currently compliant. These are your municipal landfills. 24% said to be partially compliant and only 16% to be compliant. So that's the context of the waste problem in South Africa. Now, the question begs, what is e-waste in this context? So e-waste, where is our speaker? You're absolutely right. Digital waste, e-waste. It's your cell phones. It is your home domestic appliances, your washing machine, this very laptop, and many, many other things. So once they've reached the end of life, where they're unusable anymore, and you need to actually get rid of them, they're not working, that becomes e-waste. There you have it. Now I'd like to just go a little bit deeper into this topic for e-waste being a high value stream for youth enterprise. So what we've done so far is we've contextualized this. We figured out that there's an e-waste problem. The exercise that Nkosnati did earlier in terms of, is there a problem? And one of the problems that he identified was, have you ever complained about waste? What are you willing to do about it? So we definitely know that waste is certainly a problem that requires solutioning, and particularly in e-waste, as to really what is the economic benefit of this waste stream and how can it be a catalyst for youth enterprises. So from that perspective, we know that there is economic potential. E-waste contains valuable, reusable components, recyclable materials, and these are often recovered through dismantling and sorting processes. What does it mean for youth enterprise opportunities? This is ideal for youth-led micro and small enterprises engaging in the collection. And then from a support and compliance framework, we also know that organizations can also provide training, such as IWASA, on regulatory support as well, market access, that's quite important in terms of establishing market linkages for SMMEs entering into the formalized value chain, and also making this as a viable solution. From a sustainability and economic impact, we know that e-waste enterprises contribute to these matrices in terms of job creation, skills development, and also diversion away from landfill. And this is just an illustration of what I was talking about earlier. We know that there's the green economy. The green economy is often linked with the circular economy. And what does that actually mean? And how has this shift resulted in creating opportunities, particularly for the youth? The linear model, there was a lot of waste in terms of loss of value because you make, you dispose, and that's it, right? Whereas if we shift the paradigm and think about circular economy systems, then we're able to extract greater value, retain value in our products' life cycles, and able to create opportunities where we can reintroduce some of these products back into the value chain. From a PRO perspective, what gives me, basically the right to stand here in front of you and speak to you on this topic? What have we done? And I think this slide shows it very well in terms of what we've been able to do in terms of our budgets and expenditure. So you'll see that there's quite a focus on spend on SMME development. I think as an organization in 2025 alone, we spent over 8.2 million on SMME development. And this is where we provide incentives to young entrants. We've also been able to divert 64% of triple E that we've collected away from landfill. And that amounts to about 13,456 tons collected. Another economic incentive that we've been able to facilitate through EPR is the waste handler refunds. And particularly from a e-waste perspective, they are negative fractions. And so this incentivizes the industry to find secondary end markets for some of these cost negative fractions. Now let's get a little bit closer to home in terms of what have we done on the ground. We work through municipalities. We have projects that are run. I think we have about 24 of these containers spread out in 6 provinces across South Africa. And this is our municipal projects that are linked to SMME support. And what we do here is we provide infrastructure for SMMEs operating in the e-waste recycling space. We partner with the municipalities, and what we actually do here is we create waste entrepreneurs. This helps us to increase land diversion targets in conjunction with municipalities, but also increasing job creation and access and inclusivity of townships, rural and peri-urban areas. Just some statistics to quantify this through some of these projects. We've been able to create 132 direct jobs. And my favorite part about this slide is that 52% of those jobs are female and 50% youth. And now enough about Iwasa and what is it that we do. And I'd really like to take this opportunity. I see my time is running out. But I'd like to take the opportunity to make this a little bit more real and relatable for you. This is Zelda. She founded Optima Trading, one of our SMME beneficiaries. And I'm excited to tell you a little bit about her. She's not here today because she is running her company. But fortunately, I am here to give a voice to what she's been able to do. So Zelda's company, Optima Trading, was established in 2015 by Ms. Zelda herself. She started operating in 2019. We know what transpired soon after that, COVID. She is a graduate with qualifications in BSc Honors in Environmental Management. But like many others, it was very difficult for her to enter the formal job market. However, she founded Optima Trading, and this is where her journey began in the waste management value chain. These are her services: collection of e-waste, paper packaging, and she also does education and training and awareness within her community in the Steve Tshwete municipality. And she also provides legal and other obligation services to her clients. What's really remarkable about this is that just in 1 year alone, she's been able to divert tonnages away from landfill on a monthly basis. I think she handles over 1 ton of waste. And in her operational structure, she's been able to create 5 jobs through her business, generating an annual revenue of about 70,000 in 1 year. She is also very supported by her municipality, which is Steve Tshwete Local Municipality, and we have collaborated with them. She joined Iwasa as a member in 2024, and we were able to identify her as a beneficiary. We provided the following support: containers. So these containers are modified, they're modular, they can move, and it really helps in placing these exactly at source. A message from Zelda, because she couldn't be here today, and this is what she had to say. I would appreciate if the audience could be reminded that while e-waste is one of the fastest growing waste streams in South Africa, it also presents a significant opportunity for job creation, skills development, and environmental protection. At Optima Trading, we are passionate about building an inclusive waste ecosystem that not only diverts hazardous waste from landfill, but also creates sustainable economic opportunities for women, youth, and informal waste reclaimers. We welcome partnerships with municipality, corporates, producers, educational institutions, and development partners who share a vision of circular economy where no one is left behind. Together, we can transform waste into opportunity and create greener and more resilient opportunities. I think for her, um, that message, I could not add or take away from it. I know that I'm stressed. My time has actually run out, but program director, I did wait an extra 1 hour, 30 minutes. So if you could afford me some grace, thank you very much, as long as I've got your thumbs up. And I'd like to introduce you one other beneficiary, which is Wasteman Industries. Very similar story to Zelda and her team as well. So this company also established in 2023 by Samu and Sanele. And they've done an incredible job at providing services, also part of the Steve Tshwete municipality, in terms of efficient and inclusive recycling solutions. And their mission really focuses on building circular, cleaner economy systems in the Steve Tshwete municipality, integrating stakeholders from various sectors as well. And also, their vision is that where the future of Mhluzi Middleburg community thrives in a cleaner and healthy environment. I think that's quite noble of them. Their services as well are up there for you to have a look at. And another thing I just want to point out is their impact matrices as well in terms of waste diversion. 40 tons was what they were able to do in 2024. And through this, they were able to create 2 formal jobs and 2 informal jobs. And their annual revenue generation was at about 23,000, but they're scaling up quite quickly. Similar support also provided. And I think they really made a mark in terms of one of the achievements is this letter of recognition from the municipality as them contributing to sustainable waste management and recycling. So there's a strong community commitment as well, and creating jobs within their communities. Also, a closing message from Samu, just highlighting what their strategic growth and future opportunities are. So he's decided to use me and use this platform to express that. And they would like to expand their buyback operations. They would like to scale segregation at source. And finally, they want to launch their formal training programs that will empower workers in essential skills, creating sustainable employment opportunities and professionalizing waste handling. So now that I've given you some practical, relatable examples that this is possible, and hopefully what I've been able to do as well is to turn probably either an unknown topic, subject, opportunity into a known opportunity, subject, and really show you that it is possible if you decide to eliminate some of the barriers. But also, I'd like to take that a step forward in terms of a call to action for us to lead in circular solutions. And really, what I want to say here is that the transition for circular, inclusive e-waste economy cannot be achieved by any one single stakeholder. It actually requires collaboration. It requires partnership, and it requires alignment as well, and follow through with commitment. For government, the call is to action and continue enabling PRO systems, to integrate our systems into the municipal planning, to recognize waste-based enterprises as legitimate contributors to economic development. For donors and grant makers, the opportunity lies in scaling what already works by investing in enterprise development, infrastructure, densification, and skills development. For you, our youth entrepreneurs, the message is one of invitation. And IWASA certainly puts out that invitation to you. An invitation for empowerment, an invitation to participate in the e-waste economy in a structured and supported framework where we are able to offer you a pathway to green economy opportunities that combines both purpose with profit. And I'm wrapping up now, sir. And finally, from a PRO perspective, I think the role remains that we want to be recognized and trusted as a system builder, where we ensure accountability and working towards continuous improvement. So thank you again. I realize I went over my 15 minutes. I did try to be brief. I could have been longer, but thank you for the opportunity. And please reach out at the end.
Thanks so much.
You can, yeah.
Okay, I can use those. Thank you so much, Lucille. You've been so patient. I know you've been with us from yesterday throughout today, and your slot was supposed to have been earlier on, but you've just been so patient. Thank you, Lucille. Let's put our hands together one more time for her. Dressed for the occasion with a green jacket to reflect the theme. I see what you did right there, Lucille. I see what you did. And turning digital waste, because I was asking myself, where is the graveyard of our gadgets, our cell phones, our laptops? Where is the graveyard of those? So she has shown us where these things are taken or could be taken and be buried, not just buried, but you go into that secular economy. And the email, the website for the young people to be able to go visit and spot some of those, because you as part of your call to action, you were talking about participation, but where do they go? IWASA would be www.iwasa. Oh, the exhibition, we're not losing yet. www, did you hear that, guys? www.iwasa, some of you, chances are that you have been there already, .org.za. And talking about wearing dressed to the occasion, Tenji were also wearing the green pants in line with the Green Youth Indaba. No, but also there's something about her. It's her birthday, ladies and gentlemen. It's her birthday. And we're not gonna sing the whole song. We just go, happy birthday to you. Hooray! Done. If we had time, we'd sing the whole thing. Though we are done. And just in case, during lunch, you could have had something that kind of upset your stomach or something like that. Don't forget, we have right on the far left, EMS, Northwest EMS and Sun City EMS. They've been with us. I forgot to acknowledge them in the morning. Those who are here to make sure that just in case something goes wrong, they take care of you. Let's acknowledge them once again. I saw one of my friends going to fetch panado there earlier on. All right. Next on the program, ladies and gentlemen, at this 11th Green Youth Indaba here at Sun City, a gentleman that I've just been observing that in the last year, I think just in the last year, I think I've been to occasions where he's here. So I don't know who's following who. Because we were at TUT last year, giving the station that I started, Radio TNT. I was the founder of the first black campus radio station in this country, by the way, Radio TNT. So they were giving them equipment because MDDA falls under his mandate. And then Northwest Media Awards, I was emceeing there last year. He was the speaker. A few months ago, I was in Hyde Park, Johannesburg, and MDDA was having a breakfast for stakeholders. Guess who was there? He was speaking over there. And I thought, how? wa mo Bokone Bophirima, Northwest Province. And he was a leader in the ANC Youth League, has been in the presidency since 2023. Batho ba Bokone Bophirima, please help me welcome Honorable Kenny Eating. Ke batla le tla Setswana re mo gae yaanong. Eating Kenny Morolong, Deputy Minister in the presidency. You can do better than that for one of your own. Wa rona mo Bokone Bophirima.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Program Director. I think you are the one following me, not the other way around. And by the way, happy birthday, Tenjiwe. I had not been told that I should wear green today. I would have worn green. So this morning, my day started in Mamelodi. We were handing over the state-of-the-art community radio studios to One Mums FM. We later proceeded to Esteras. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Esteras, where we handed over the same modern air and production studios to One Port FM. And I am giving you the account of my day because community media is the heartbeat of our democracy. It connects you, young people, with opportunities. It is a gateway to a future of broadcasting for broadcasters. And it is through our community media that we as public representatives are held accountable. So I thought that maybe I should share with you what my day looked like. I am also going to commence my address with a disclaimer that I will be leaving and I will not be joining you for your gala dinner because a colleague of ours has lost her mother. So I have to rush to the Eastern Cape to bury her. The Green Youth Network, under the leadership of Mr. Sanele Zulu, I know you invited me to KZN last year. I could not make it. And this has got nothing to do with bias. I'm not here because this is my home province. I'm here because I'm making good on the promise I made last year that I would attend your next event. Distinguished delegates, young innovators, entrepreneurs, researchers, and future leaders, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As we conclude the 11 Green Youth Indaba, we do so by what we have witnessed over the past 2 days and challenged by the responsibility that now rests upon all of us. This gathering has shown that young South Africans are not waiting for the future to arrive. They are already building it through innovation, enterprise, research, activism, and service. This year's theme, from youth innovation to green enterprise and economic impact, speaks directly to the task of our time to convert ideas into practical solutions and to convert those solutions into enterprises, jobs, and lasting economic value. Over the course of this conference, you have explored solutions in renewable energy, water security, circular economic development, sustainable agriculture, research commercialization, infrastructure development, digital innovation, and enterprise development. You have heard from policymakers, investors, researchers, entrepreneurs, and most importantly, from young people who are already developing practical solutions to real-world challenges. What has become abundantly clear is that South Africa does not suffer from a shortage of talent. Our greatest challenge is ensuring that innovation is transformed into enterprise, that enterprise attracts investment, and that investments create jobs, incomes, and sustainable economic opportunities. Yesterday, President Ramaphosa launched the Milestone of Freedom campaign at the Union buildings under the theme Honoring the Past, Delivering the Future. We would like to repeat that message here today because the story of freedom is also the story of youth courage, youth imagination, and youth action. The milestones we commemorate are not monuments frozen in time. They are instructions to the present generation on how to use today to build tomorrow. This year, we reflect on the 30th anniversary of the adoption of our Constitution, the 50th anniversary of the 1976 Youth Uprising, the 70th anniversary of the Women-led Anti-Pass campaign, and the 60th anniversary of the forced removal from District 6. Each of these moments teaches us something important, that freedom is defended by courage, deepened by organization, and made meaningful through delivery. The Constitution reminds us that every young person has dignity, rights, and responsibilities. The youth of 1976 remind us that young people can change the direction of history when they refuse to accept injustice. The women of 1956 remind us that organized communities can confront systems that appear immovable. District 6 reminds us that development without justice destroys lives and that rebuilding must always restore belonging, opportunity, and dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, the Green Youth Indaba has been over 11 years grown into one of South Africa's most important youth development and green economy platforms. It has connected young people to opportunities, partnerships, knowledge, and networks that can help unlock full potential. This achievement deserves recognition. We commend the Green Youth Network and its partners for building a platform that contributes meaningfully to South Africa's development agenda. The significance of this gathering extends beyond sustainability. It speaks directly to one of the central priorities of the government of national unity, creating faster economic growth, creating jobs, and expanding opportunities for all South Africans, especially young people. The Medium-Term Development Plan 2024 to 2029 recognizes that South Africa's long-term success depends on building an economy that is inclusive, competitive, innovative, and capable of delivering measurable improvements in people's life. At the center of that vision are young people. Every economic reform we undertake, every infrastructure program we implement, every industrial policy intervention we introduce, and every investment we mobilize must ultimately expand opportunities for the next generation. This is why youth development cannot be treated as a separate program. It must be integrated into every aspect of economic transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is changing rapidly. Climate change, technological advancement, artificial intelligence, digitalization, and changing patterns of production are reshaping economics across the globe. These disruptions bring risk, but they also create new industries, new skills, and new forms of work. The green economy is no longer a future possibility. It is one of the fastest areas of economic activity, driven by cleaner energy systems, sustainable production, climate-resilient infrastructure, and secular approaches to water and resources. The question before us is whether South African young people will simply observe these changes, or whether they will lead them. Government's answer is clear. Young people must lead as innovators, as entrepreneurs, as industrialists, as employers, and active builders of the economy of the future. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important messages we wish to leave with the young people gathered here today is that freedom must now be expressed through problem solving. The generation of 1976 confronted the denial of basic rights. Today's generation must confront unemployment, poverty, climate change, energy insecurity, water scarcity, food insecurity, crime, inequality, and the digital divide. The task is not the same, but the spirit required is the same: courage, discipline, solidarity, creativity, and a refusal to be passive in the face of injustice or difficulty. Across South Africa, significant investment is taking place in renewable energy, electricity transmission, water infrastructure, digital connectivity, industrial development, and logistics. These investments are creating opportunities for artisans, technicians, engineers, environmental specialists, software developers, project managers, and entrepreneurs. For instance, the Northwest Province, as your host, is particularly well positioned to benefit from these developments. This province possesses enormous strategic advantages. It is among global leaders in platinum group metals that are critical to the energy transition. For young people in this province, opportunities are emerging in 5 critical sectors: renewable energy and energy services, agriculture and agro-processing, the water economy, the circular economy, and the digital economy. In renewable energy, young people can become installers, electricians, maintenance technicians, energy auditors, and green construction entrepreneurs. In agriculture, they can work across the full value chain, from production to processing, packaging, logistics, irrigation, exports, and agribusiness management. In water, they can build solutions for leak detection, treatment, conservation, and infrastructure maintenance. In the circular economy, waste can become value through recycling, plastic beneficiation, e-waste recovery, and circular manufacturing. In the digital economy, coding, data analytics, artificial intelligence, digital platforms, and advanced manufacturing can help young people solve old problems in new ways. Program Director, opportunities alone are not enough. Opportunities must be matched by preparation. Young people must actively use the program that government has established to support enterprise development, skills development, and innovation. Institutions such as the National Youth Development Agency, the Small Enterprise Development and Finance Agency, sector education and training authorities, what we call SETAs, TVET colleges, universities, innovation hubs, and business incubators exist to help young people move from idea to prototype, from prototype to enterprise, and from enterprise to market. The support mechanisms are there. The challenge is to utilize them, pursue funding, build partnership, strengthen networks, upgrade skill continuously, and commercialize ideas. Economic transformation occurs when opportunity meets preparation. Ladies and gentlemen, there is another lesson emerging from this Indaba and from the Milestone of Freedom campaign. No generation solves national challenges alone. The future we seek requires partnership, collaboration, and a shared commitment to creating pathways into employment, entrepreneurship, and economic participation. The success of the Green Youth Indaba demonstrates what becomes possible when government, business, academia, civil society, and young people work together around a common purpose. As we look towards the next decade, we must deepen these partnerships and ensure that they produce measurable outcomes. The next decade cannot be defined by dialogue alone. It must be defined by implementation, enterprises established, innovation commercialized, investment mobilized, jobs created, and communities transformed. To the young people gathered here, South Africa needs your ideas, your talent, your resilience, and your leadership. The future of our nation will be determined by what millions of young South Africans choose to do with the opportunities before them. If the milestone of freedom teach us anything, it is that history moves when ordinary people accept extraordinary responsibility. Today, that responsibility is to build a greener, fairer, safer, more innovative, and more prosperous South Africa. As government, we reaffirm our commitment to building an economy in which young people are not spectators, but active participants and leaders. We reaffirm our commitment to creating pathways into employment, entrepreneurship, and innovation. We reaffirm our commitment to building a South Africa that is more inclusive, more sustainable, and more prosperous. Let the legacy of the 11th Green Youth Indaba be that it marked a decisive shift from ideas to implementation, from innovation to enterprise, from investment to jobs, and from jobs to shared prosperity. Together, let us honor the past by delivering the future. Together, let us build a greener economy. Together, let us build a more inclusive economy and a more prosperous South Africa. Let us ensure that these milestones of freedom inspire a new generation of milestones: clean energy in every community, water security for every household, skills for every young person, enterprises in every township and village, and dignity for every South African, particularly young South African. Ke a leboga.
Thank you. Honorable Eating. Huh? Oh, eating. Eh, what is Google? And when Google eating, yeah, kill show. It's a kill show. Eating. It's a kill show. You know, Damano Nana Kitty in a labitu lago ID. Sorry about that. I do apologize, sir. Honorable Eating Kenimoro Long, Deputy Minister in the Presidency. Let's put our hands together one more time for him. As we are putting our hands together, Musibudi Mukweli, Department of Trade, Industry and Competition. Come, let's have a conversation. Just join me here. Let's have a conversation about, we're going to have a conversation about the compliance book. Often we hear about, yeah, she'll just join me here. And then gentlemen who are working with the chairs, which are on stage, if you could bring those, about 4 of them back on stage and put them over there. Right now, we're just going to have but they call it a fireside conversation, but there's no fire on stage, so it will just be a podium conversation with you. We're looking at the compliance playbook. Young people, let me tell you, yeah. What's our Dumelang?
Good afternoon.
Aha, there we are. Okay, so when we're talking compliance, a lot of young people sometimes lose opportunities simply because they don't comply. You know, we've heard of people who have lost a tender because they didn't have a tax clearance, or because they didn't qualify because of BEE, or disqualified because of one document or another. And then sometimes to just go back and blame the government, only to find that they didn't really pay attention to what they do. But what I would want us to talk about, firstly, to talk about what you do between, or rather what the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition does, so they can understand clearly what you guys are all about.
Thank you very much, Mr. Program Director. Good afternoon. It's almost evening. As introduced, my name is Musibudi Mukweli. I come from the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, and my responsibility there is to look after innovators. And how do we do that? We have got programs. We call them programs, sometimes incentives, where we give innovators financial and non-financial support. I am particularly responsible for a program called Kwebo Innovation Promotion that support innovators to take their locally developed technologies into the market.
What do they call it? Kwebo.
Kwebo Innovation Promotion Program. In short, we call it KIP. Normally we just say KIP. That's the KIPP.
All right, and then, now, we're talking about eliminating barriers to entry for youth in key economic sectors. Now, as you go about what you do you find that young people find some things a bit difficult in terms of accessing or like we're talking compliance, in terms of compliance, because how does compliance relate to what you guys are doing, and how do you find that sometimes young people, there's some things that they don't get right, and as a result, end up missing opportunities?
Thank you very much for the question, Program Director. You know, young people, when they are, or when they see the word compliant, they think red tape, they think difficult rules, they think a lot of paperwork. But the question is that, why do we need to comply? There are a lot of benefit that comes with compliance. Look at it as a two-way traffic. That benefits not only you as a young person or business person, but also us as government and institutions that fund young people. And think about it as something that not only build trust between business people and government or funders, but also for accountability purposes. We are responsible for programs that are funded by taxpayers' money. So we need to comply. I'm talking from my perspective. But as young entrepreneurs, you'd want to be trusted. It could be by partners, fellow business people, government, funders, and so on. So if you think about it, being compliant benefits you more as a business owner, because that's the only way we get to know you, what you do, what you are capable of doing. And that comes with benefit if you think about it. Because when you are trusted, that's where partnerships can be built. And that's the only time, or one of the ways that can make you or help you build businesses. The question is, because compliance is seen as a difficult thing, complicated thing, something that takes forever, we are trying as government and funding institute to make it as simple as possible for you, as accessible as possible for you, as convenient as possible for you. Allow me to use the program that I am responsible for as an example. Like I said, we fund innovators to take their innovation into the market. But we need to understand what you do. We need to understand you as a company. So as part of what we do, or part of information that we'll be requesting from you as an entrepreneur, as an innovator, is documents that will tell us who you are, and in return, from our side, we have built system. We are working hard to make it as simple as possible for you to be able to comply or give us such document in the easiest way possible. Most of our application processes or forms are online in terms of accessibility. So they are accessible for young people wherever they are in the country. Not only that, in terms of the forms themselves, we have, under this program that I'm responsible for, a sub-program called Grassroots Innovation Facilitation Scheme, where we look at innovation in rural and township places. And we tried by all means to make it as simple as possible by putting together a very simple two-pager form that you could fill as an innovator and submit. Mind you, by the way, I didn't mention that this program is being administered by the IDC. When you have completed that form, that is an application on its own. That's how we try by all means to make compliance and access to funding as simple as possible.
You were talking some of the documents that you're making it easy for the young people to can submit. What are some of those documents that you would require on an application, for example?
Thank you very much. By the way, we support businesses, not individuals. So the expectation is that as a young person, you must have registered your company.
Registration
And
documents.
You must be compliant with the tax requirements,
Your tax clearance.
tax clearance.
Mhm.
Not only that, I mentioned that we provide financial support. So for us, we expect you to have a business account where if you are approved for our funding, keep funding. If you have applied for KEEP, then we will do the transfer of funding into your business account. So those are the minimum amount compliance documents that we require from our clients.
And when you're talking about banking, I know sometimes some institutions will say, give us, what's that, audited financial statements. Does it go to that level? Because you might find that some of the young people are just starting or maybe don't have an accountant who can compile those for them. Would those be also a need?
Yes, sometimes. But I must say, for the program that I'm responsible for, we start you at the lowest level possible. We even engage young people with good innovations at a stage where they don't even have a registered business, no account whatsoever. In the process of supporting them, is the process of putting together the application form. We allow them time to register, open account. Of course, within the DTIC, there are programs that are bigger that would require such
Yes.
financial statements that are audited. That would be the programs that now takes businesses from small infant stage and to the higher levels. But for the KEEP program, we start them at the lowest level.
That KEEP program you're talking about, is it available on your website? Because at this point, as you leave, I would like you to share that information with them as to where can they access information regarding some of those programs, a website, please.
Thank you very much. That's a good question. The program is available on the IDC website. If you go to the IDC website, www.idc.co.za/IPP, that's where you will find the program. It's always open, waiting for you. We don't open and close because we have money waiting for you to apply for.
So www.dtic.
IDC. www.idc.
IDC, okay.
.co.za. This
.co.za.
is the program of the DTIC.
Did you get it? Did you get it, guys? Okay, let's try it again.
Yes, this is the program of the DTIC administered by the IDC. That's why I'm giving you the IDC website.
Okay, so give it to them one more time.
www.idc.co.za.
Did you get it? idc.co.za, guys. idc.co.za. Oswak, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you
know
very much,
we were
Dr.
talking about this earlier on as to how are we going to approach this. Because initially it was supposed to be a panel with 4 people seated down there. The other delegates couldn't make it, but I thought, let's be creative. Let's just stand here and have a conversation that will benefit the young people. Final message for the young people as we're closing this program.
Okay, my final message to you is that if you think of taking a shortcut, by that I mean not wanting to comply for whatever reason, remember that you'll be cut short yourself. And I don't think that's what you want for your business. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. In exactly 10 minutes, Musibudi Mukweli, thank you so much for helping us out. I did promise you a prize from Stanlib. It's coming. We're going to have a last conversation, but my selector, if you find that song called Gumba, the people from Stanlib are saying that the prize goes with that song. Okay, so cue the song called Gumba while we have Tabile Ndaba to come and join me on stage, and Zenith Tsengwa. Tabile is Business Development and Program Manager at Nelson Mandela University Business School, and Zenith Tsengwa is Chief Executive Officer, Maths and Science Infinity. Is that song there? Okay, you're still searching for it, Gumba. While they're searching for it, you may ascend the stage. I think we'll do the prize right at the end. Okay, no, just pause it, just pause it. After this conversation, I, Bona, stand lip. You come on stage and we give young people, how should we sit? Okay, you may sit in the middle, sister. You may sit in the middle. Yeah, gentlemen putting you in the middle. What? Yeah, for safety. Okay, on stage, I'm joined by Tabile Ndaba, Business Development and Program Manager from Nelson Mandela University Business School. Nelson Mandela is in the Eastern Cape, isn't it? So you came all the way from the Eastern Cape to be here in the Northwest Province. Did you hear that, guys? Do you want to acknowledge that, please? That effort of coming all the way here to make this contribution. And Zenith Tsengwa, Chief Executive Officer, Maths Science Infinity. Where is it based?
Originally from the Eastern Cape as well, but my head office is
Oh,
in
both of you
Sandton.
from the Eastern Cape?
Yeah, but my head office is in Sandton, so.
Or the office is in?
Yes.
Is in Sandton. Okay, so Tabile, we're talking beyond qualifications. There is that big conversation often around qualifications. Some people will say to do business, hey, you don't need qualifications. Look at so-and-so, Steve Jobs. We had a young man here actually yesterday who says that he had actually, from the Eastern Cape, by the way, he quit school and he's doing very, very, very well. So that could build a case for no qualifications. But at the same time, we are having those, even the Deputy Minister, Honorable Kenny Morolong, was talking about making sure that we get skills, we get qualifications. So I would like us to look at those two cases, skills, innovation, and entrepreneurship in the green economy. So Tabile, let's start with you. Since you are Business Development and Program Manager, how important is it to get qualifications before venturing into business? Let's see. Please, can we pump up the mic? Try mine. Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you for an opportunity. So number one, I would love to say there's no right or wrong qualification. All these qualifications that exist in the institution of higher learning, they all have a purpose. So it's either you doing a business administration, you're doing an engineering, that qualification is very important and it's needed in the industry. Secondly, I would say qualification alone, it's not going to take you anywhere. It's just a foundation, but not a destination. So as a person who works with students, my job is to identify opportunities for students that the university don't just produce a graduate, but we produce the graduates that are employable, the graduates that can translate their skills into business. So we partner with different stakeholders to give students those skills. And maybe students will ask themselves, how can we get that? Because if you guys don't give us that in lecture rooms, this is what happened. So as a student, you need to dedicate your time. These programs are available in the university, but they are not combined with the academic programs. So it's up to you as the student to say, oh, I saw there's an ICT academy. Let me go there. Let me equip myself. Let me get a certification that will make me outstand from the 100 graduates that are produced per year in each qualification.
All right. Yes. And when we're talking skills, when we're talking innovation in the green economy, entrepreneurship, coming to you, Zenith Tsengwa, talking to these young people over here, what kind of skills are we really looking at? What kind of innovation are we looking at? Okay. Oops. I don't know which one is the one that's not working. Check that one. Yeah, it's on. Yes, yes. All right.
Good afternoon or evening to everyone. You know, I tend to have a different view when it comes to specific qualifications aligned with specific fields.
Okay.
You know, whether you like it or not, there's a baseline to everything. From general to whatever, you know. I'll make an example. For one, mathematics. Mathematics just teaches you analytical thinking.
Okay.
You know, science teaches you to be inquisitive, you know, and problem solving. So, whichever space that you might find yourself, that's a base. You know, then now lead on now into people saying green economy, of which we believe green economy is plastic. Not understanding that gas is green economy. Anything within that space is green economy. So for me, you know, leading to what then thereafter within the same space in terms of what can I specialize with, for me would be, I would call it a smash and grab opportunity. What do I mean by that? Anything that people are running with now, just look for that gap within that space. And that's that opportunity. You know, we've got technology. I call technology as just a catalyst for me. You know, I'll make an example now. There was a lady, I think she was speaking about Iwasa, I think. You are doing collection of waste and all that. You know, can you imagine if I were just to come up and be innovative and then just dig a hole, just a hole that goes from point A to point B, and then say, you don't need to transport that by truck or whatever. You just put it through that hole, it's conveyor belted to whatever. That's an opportunity. You're making use of what's available within that space, and there's no school for it. You know, it's a matter of just saying, okay, fine. She said it very well, that you just need to understand that outside of it all, you need to be innovative. You know, so if you'd ask me what qualification would be to be innovative, you know, and just identify within this whole thing that we're going on, high green economy and all that, I fortunate enough, one of my research qualifications, I just did my PhD, and then my research was transition from green economy, from fossil fuels to green economy,
Okay.
but specifically with human capital and human development. What are we doing with our people? And I asked one question. I said, can you imagine if one person, can you ask you this question? How many coal tons do you need to produce a solar panel? And then you will realize that we might have started that way instead of starting that way. And the opportunities are just right in between that. That's what the opportunities are for me. Thank you.
So basically, you're saying that don't be caged by your qualification. Be
100%.
open-minded, because in this environment that we are in right now, there are opportunities being opened up, whether in the green economy, by AI. Spot that opportunity and just go in. But in your organization, how can you help the young people? Because I see here you're dealing with math and science infinity. So how can you help the young people? Or rather, what is it that you're doing to help young people in your organization? What do you do?
Look, for me, in a nutshell, I just always say, I just remove blank slates. Blank slates.
Oh, okay.
I create problem solvers. I create role players. You know, gone is the day where Mr. Smangmang will come here and say, I taught your father this, carrying a chalk and a pen, and then say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, gone are those days. You know, Mnamama rather take me to take stones. I don't know if our girls still play. We used to call it tupuke. Where you take that stones and you create a thing and you do this. Rather take those girls there, you know, and then start saying, when you remove 1, you get 2, when you remove 3, you get 4. For me. Because not necessarily murabaraba, it's we used to call it
Diketo, yes.
Yes, do you understand what I
Diketo,
mean?
Yes. Yeah.
take them there. Do you understand what I mean? Or take them into something that I resonate with now. What you did then is of no value to me now. The same way I can tell you all these qualifications speaking of now, 10 years later, they would have changed so much. I can tell you now, you would have never thought that there's a qualification called, I think, plastic engineer or something. I think you offer it, an MMU. Yeah, it's polystyrene, what. I heard it from them. I've never heard anything about it. But I can tell you, watch in 10 years' time, probably that will be something like banking in our world.
As Nelson Mandela University Business School, I know you're based in the Eastern Cape, but we are here in the Northwest. And I know with universities, young people move inter-province. They would move from Cape Town to Limpopo to study, move from Northwest to Nelson Mandela Business School. What reason would you give them to leave this far, to go that side to go and study? What do you really have to offer? Is innovation something that can be taught? Or what skills would they get that can help them take advantage of the available opportunities?
Okay, thank you. In Nelson Mandela, what we are currently doing, we do have business hubs where we train undergraduate students in
If you can speak into the mic like ice cream. Yeah.
ice cream. Okay, so in Nelson Mandela University, we offer programs for entrepreneurship for undergraduates, where we take them through capacity building, leadership thing, and as well as entrepreneurship. But we don't only just take you to training. We recently launched a Vice Chancellor Fund. So we are funding their businesses to make sure that when they go outside and look for investment, they have prototype, they have IP, their business is ready for a big investment. Secondly, we also have opportunities for researchers. Now we are not saying just publish. We now say, if you publish, you perish. But we say now publish and commercialize. So the university have invested resources for researchers to commercialize their work, to commercialize their patent, because we believe that in South Africa we file a lot of patent, but we don't really commercialize those patents. We don't license them to the industry. There are very few patents that are being licensed to the industry, and we know that as an entrepreneur, it's very hard to go to Toyota and say, Toyota, I have this solution, can you please buy in? But if the university go with you and say, we have this research, we have patented this, we have done this prototype, definitely the industry will open doors for you because they trust the university more than an individual.
Young people, please do explore, do go out there. You cannot be born in the Northwest, went to primary in the Northwest, went to high school in the Northwest, got married in the Northwest, got buried in the Northwest. Explore. Maybe your life partner is in the Eastern Cape. As on belief, go and explore. You might find that your breakthrough is in the Eastern Cape. So the connection, the website, how can they apply if they want to come and explore? You know?
So our website is www.nelsonmandelauniversity.co.za. You just apply as a student, because for you to benefit in our programs, you need to be the university student.
Enkosi. My brother, I hear that your operation is also here in Sandton. How do young people take advantage of what you are doing there? Is it just purely business, or is there a program that young people can benefit from for free? Do they pay? How do you operate? Give them the opportunity so they can go home with something for the weekend?
Fun enough, when we started, it was, being honest with you, it was all about money.
Yes.
Why am I saying that with pride? I'm saying it, I took a problem and I turned it to become a profit of some sort, which then aligns with this sustainability. We need to save our economy and all that. Sorry to say it like this, but our people of other color are making a lot of money within that space.
Sure.
While we are still saying, green, excuse my French, rubbish. People are making money out there. But anyway, I started it off as just purely as a business,
Okay.
but reality hit me and said, it's more than just about money, because the problem is bigger.
Yeah.
You know, I could have been fortunate enough from my parents, or let me say I was fortunate enough. I got the exposure and all that. And when it started, it had about 14 employees. It was purely as a business, just billing people, helping students who just need help in maths and sciences. But with time, I had to accept it that it's my calling, and I changed it to become a fully fledged foundation, fully fledged NPO. Currently, I was speaking with someone, I don't know, asking me about our employ, and I actually had to verify. I think we employ 473,
473 people.
tutors now.
Uh-huh.
Believe it or not, some of them come from the Northwest Province.
Okay.
That we get from universities. We train and then get them to help our brothers and sisters in the different schools that we're working across. Free State, a bit of KZN, a bit of Eastern Cape. And that's what we do. So we partner with government, we partner with Airlink, Exaro, NetBank, you know, and
Okay.
so purely, and we purely just help our underprivileged schools.
Thank you. And how do they
That's what we
access
do.
you in closing?
One, if I'll make an example, if for one you are a recently qualified graduate, and I don't want to say you've got nothing to do, but you're looking.
That's for recently qualified graduates.
Recently qualified, or any person who's graduated with anything with engineering or financial stats and all that.
Yeah.
You can take our details, send through your CV. 90 out of 100, you probably get something to do.
And then where do they submit them, or where do they get more information?
On the website is www.mathsandscienceinfinity.
One word.
Yeah, one word.
Did you get that, guys? www.mathsandscienceinfinity.org.
Yeah, .za.
www.mathsandscienceinfinity.org. Guys, thank you so much for giving of your time this afternoon. We apologize way after 5, but you stayed, became patient just for the sake of these young ones who are here. Ra leboga thata, Zenith and Tabile. Enkosi. Re feditse. Let's pina Stanley can come and give people their prize, and then we are out of here. Stanley, bring that prize, play that song, Gumba. And Malibongwe, get ready. After giving the prize, you come and close, and then we get out of here. Thank you for being so patient, guys. We are done. We're just giving you the prize, and then he's coming in to say bye-bye. That's it. Oh, okay, sharp. All right. Give me them. I left my phone there.
I was saying hold it.
Oh, okay. All right. If you know that you went to the Stan Lib stand, I see a lot of people have left. I'm hoping that they are here. I'm talking about Katleho Moka, Chantel Gwebu, Tlotleho Setlalukile. Bailai. Marlonality.
You can ask them in simple. Oh, who's that? Who's that?
One level to tell one no more. Come on. Okay, Tlotleho, the number 3. So Tlotleho. What can I ask them?
Maybe which one is better between a lifestyle and funeral?
Okay. If you visited the Stanley stand, come and tell me which one is better between life cover and funeral cover. If you are bold enough and to come and tell us, then you get something. Quickly, guys, quickly. Yeah, come. Whoever, I saw a hand there. Come running and take your prize. Oh, Tutleho. Oh, you got your prize. Congratulations, Tutleho. Okay, come and tell us. Take a mic there quickly and tell us between a life cover and funeral cover, which one is better? Okay, try this one. I'm not so sure what's happening there.
I think the better one.
Introduce yourself first.
Okay, greetings. My name is Luyanda.
Uh-huh.
I'm a student at UKZN.
Mhm.
So I think the better one is life cover.
Why?
Okay, life cover, it doesn't cover only the funeral, but it goes in terms of supporting the family afterward, after the deceased. Let's say maybe the deceased was the breadwinner. So like life cover, it pays for the family to keep on living and
He's got it. He's got it. Give him the prize. He's got it. He has got it. Okay. Next one. Let me see your hand. Okay, come, sister.
And then the question could be, if in terms of investment, in terms of if you had a debt, if you had debt, and then
Okay, take the mic, Uswak. Take the mic, Uswak.
So if you had debt,
Okay. What's the question?
no.
Good afternoon.
No. What is the question?
The question is from you.
Okay. Which organization is giving us these prizes this afternoon?
Stanley.
Aha, wabona.
Stanley.
Nako tse wa thusa fela o noemisa letsoke tsa bona go pele. Go sna le question, bona hona no win something. Ma wena o ithusitse. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Stanley. Thank you so much. Guys, it was such an honor hosting you. My name is Hector Motivator. I heard the Deputy Minister saying Hector Motaung. I used to be Motaung, Hector Motivator on social, not there. Hector Motivator on social media. Sanele and the team at Green Youth Network. My boss, thank you so much, Amanda, the whole team that's been behind the scenes pushing me, making sure that we push our interpreter ladies. Thank you so much, guys. You're coming to do the official thank you. I needed to thank my bosses there. And thank you, Coca-Cola. Sharp, guys.
No, before you leave, can you come? Thank you very much for hosting us. Wow. Here's a gift.
Wow. Oh, thank you so much, bro. Thank you.
No, Sibonga kakhulu, thank you very much for everything. But just before maybe we start, I'm just going to be 1 minute. But before we start, while the team is coming down, because there's some few people that I want to thank, I just want you to see what we've been doing in Northwest over this weekend, over this week from Monday. So there's a video that is going to play that will just show what we've been doing. After the video, I will just have 1 minute to just wrap it up. DJ, can you play the video, please? Okay, while the video is loading, I think, okay, here's a video. So I think we've been doing this thing from Monday. There's a cleanup that we've been doing. It's been an exciting moment for us.
So as you can see while the video is playing, we didn't only come to Northwest just to have fun. We came to Northwest to impact young people's life. We came to Northwest to make sure that we live an impactful thing. So this is where we started to say, where are the young people? Later on, we'll be awarding them with gifts, so this is where they were selected. But while the video is playing, I just wanted to take an honor and thank the person that allowed and made this possible, our CEO, Sanele Zulu. Can we give it a big round of applause to the CEO? Siyabonga Makeba Ntabezitha for believing in us as young people, for believing in us so we can do this thing. Thank you very much. I want to also thank you, Mr. Tato Mutavane, for fighting with myself and Sanele to bring this thing here in Northwest. Thank you very much. But I think all the others, I won't call them to the front. But I want to call the man, the shortest man in the team, Angaz Nomukola Langapambili. He ran this program from Monday alone. No one even saw him at some point. Wherever he is, if he's not here, I want us to give a big round of applause to Ulungelo. Zocela simshayile izandla Lungelo. I told him not to move because I want to put him on the spot. But I think we wouldn't have done this without our sponsors. It's been an exciting moment. When we started making a decision that we were coming to Northwest, some were giving us advice on how to do things. We really did appreciate the moments that we did over the calls that we did. Thank you very much to UCCBSA for being the main partner. We really do appreciate. Can we give them a big round of applause? CCBSA, if you don't know, they came, Tato brought them, as Tato said, 8 years ago, but in 2023, they came in full force and they wanted to support us. This has been an exciting journey. Hopefully we'll do it again, and we really do appreciate it. Another big round of applause. I think we wouldn't have done this without our partners, Abanye. We have the provincial government that we have to thank also, the provincial government for allowing us to come here. For the first time, we've never seen a room filled with so many young people yesterday hungry for success, and we just want to say thank you to the Premier's office for allowing us and gracing us. We also want to thank, the municipalities that we've worked with. There's municipalities that have been involved in our journey that we've been doing. So I want to just say thank you. When I say thank you to the host municipality also, Moses Kotane Municipality, I think they've been with us from Monday and we just wanted to appreciate them. Can you please give them a big round of applause? PCC, which is the Presidential Climate Commission, has always been part of our journey. From 2023, we started at the Durban ICC. It's been an exciting journey, and we just want to say to PCC, thank you for believing in us. Thank you for believing in young people. But PCC doesn't only believe in Green Youth Network or Green Youth Indaba. They also believe in supporting young people that are coming out of the province to bring them to the Indaba, and we appreciate that from them. Can we give a big round of applause for PCC? SETAs have always been the foundation of what we do because we believe in skills. We believe in everything that we do. Career Expos has been one of the things that we built this platform with. There's something that we call the Green Career Expo. I want to thank the 3 seaters that joined us and were able to do this thing with us this week, or 4 seaters that were with us. I want to thank Ufut Bev. I will thank EW Seater, Cat Seater. We had other Seater that also joined us during the Career Expo. MQA, we also say thank you. Can we please give them a big round of applause? Climate Commission, we want to say to Competition Commission, thank you very much for supporting us, for believing in us. When Usis Karabo called me, it was an exciting moment to know that they're going to be on board again with us and they're going to partner with us. Looking forward to partnering forward. Thank you very much to the Climate Commission, Competition Commission, sorry about that. Sanes has been in the journey with us. Also, thank you to Sanes, for being with us. Gunabom Reki that's been coming up and down, giving Amafit bar and all the gifts. Stan Lip has been in the journey with us from last year. There's been a great journey. We just want to say to Stan Lip, thank you very much for the support. We really do appreciate Stan Lip. We have Iwasa. Last year, Iwasa wanted to partner with us, I think the conversation were late and Usakile did say that he wanted to be with us, but then it became a late conversation. We want to say thank you to Iwasa. Please, on behalf of the Green Youth Network, Usbongele, just say thank you to Usakile for us. Thank you very much to Iwasa. TIA believes in innovation of young people. It believes in innovation that young people have. There is something that they are pushing, which is called clean tech. They believe in it. We just wanted to appreciate them, for everything that they've been doing. Can we give them a big round of applause? We have TCTA, TCTA, but they have the name that I can't even pronounce, and I just want to thank them. They have something in store for some of the people that will be joining us later. So they're the one that sponsored some of the things that we'll be doing later on. Thank you very much to TCTA. Can we give them a big round of applause? Machalis Water, there's a lot of partners. Sanele, you started something great. There's a lot of partners there. So Machalis Water, also thank you, the relationship that we have over this week. On Monday, they shocked us by just coming. We did not even know they were coming. But as our partners, we want to say thank you very much to Machalis Water. Can we give them a round of applause? That's the chairperson of Machalis Water, young professional right there. We have Nersa. Nersa has always been there as an exhibitor in our organization, and we just want to thank Nersa for just being there for us. Can we give them a round of applause? Now, I want to thank a special person before I call out the ones that I'm going to thank. We have something that we call PRO, which is Pro Alliance, which is PRO Alliance. Thank you, Memo Kabo, for just gathering all your PROs together to support the Green Youth Network, where we have Polyco that supported us, Fiber Cycle, Petco, Netpack, the glass recycling company. Can we give them all a big round of applause? These ones, they just left. They came all the way from KZN, guys. Richards Bay IDZ, it's Richards Bay Industrial Development Zone. You would have thought that they wouldn't make it here, but they believe in young people and investing in young people, so they joined us here. We have then the two organizations that believe in young people, the first one is Prime Stars with a program from school to boardroom, from schoolroom to boardroom. Let's give a big round of applause to Prime Stars. Under Prime Stars, there's also an organization or NPO that is called Youth Starts. So let's give a big round of applause to Youth Starts. And then last but not least, I want to just thank the brand SA, the brand South Africa, for supporting us. And maybe just to end it with this, we wouldn't have done it without the departments that have been supporting us from the beginning till now. The Department of Science, Technology and Innovation have been with us since the beginning of this career that we've started, or this venture that we started. Can you please give them a big round of applause for that? We also have the Department of Trade and Industry and Competition that have supported us. Can we give them a big round of applause? Department of Water and Sanitation also gave us a support. Thank you very much to the team from Green Youth Network. We really do appreciate you. One thing that I was told, we have never seen young people that are always smiling like you guys. You make it proud to be a leader that we are. I think Kosane, Letato and myself are proud of you. I think you would have seen with all the graphic designer. Office. We only have one graphic designer, and we call him the best graphic designer in Africa. Can Mr. Colin Asugume, Colin, can we please give Colin a big round of applause? So there were partners that gave us some artwork, and Colin was able to design and being able to read all the CIs and be able to design. Colin, Twana, you are the best, and thank you very much. You know, thank you very much to the rest of the team. If I name them now, I won't finish. We're leading a 25 people team, and we just want to thank them all. Thank you very much for supporting us. And once again, Mr. Zulu told me to say this to the Office of the Premier. We are coming back next year. See you again in 2027. Thank you very much.